Hey, welcome to this video. As you can see, I'm here at a construction site. This is a project that I'm working on. Behind me, you can see an excavator, and guess what they're doing? Tearing down an existing house. And as a real estate investor, this is an amazing opportunity that you can make money that most people overlook. And so in this video, I want to share with you how to tear down an old house and how to make money and the process for what that looks like and what that opportunity is for you. All that and more coming up. Hey, if you're new here, it's Jerry Norton with FlippingMastery.com, and this channel is all about ways to help you make money wholesaling and flipping real estate so you can live your dream life. Be sure to subscribe and click the bell icon to get notified when new videos are released. Hey, and as you can see right here behind me, the excavator is tearing down this house. And so what I want to do on this video is I really want to walk you through the process of tearing down a house. But first, let's talk about the strategy. The idea here is that we're gonna build a new home on this highly desirable lot. This is a really desirable area, and this house had an old and busted house that was on this property. The value is not in the house, it's in the land. So we bought this lot, but we've gotta get rid of this old house so that I can build a new house. So what I wanna do is I wanna walk you through this process. I want you to be thinking about opportunities in your market where you can find a highly desirable area that maybe has an old house, and the value may not be in the house, fixing up the house. It may be in tearing down the house and then building new, or tearing down the house and then selling that lot to a new construction flipper like me, who will then build a new house and flip it. Okay, so let's start with the very beginning. In order to tear down this house, first we have to get a demo permit from the city. So the city wants to make sure that we do everything correctly. In this case, it's a little bit different. Every municipality is going to be a little bit different, but we have to tear out the entire home and the pad, it's on a slab, and the footings, and it's also got a pool behind the house, and we're going to tear out the entire pool and all of the retaining walls. Okay, so here's the pool. All of this is going to come out. Now, in some cases when you do a demo, you don't have to pull all of the pool out. You can get the surface stuff out, but all of the walls of the pool, a lot of times what they'll do is they'll bust out holes in the bottom so that it drains, so it's not like a bowl holding water, and then they'll just backfill dirt all in there and call it a day. Now that saves a lot of money because now you're not pulling all of this out, but this is still in our building envelope. Remember, this is like a 4,000 square foot house. We're building a 7,000 square foot house with a pool, so we're gonna be using all of this building envelope here, so this has to come out. This cannot be in our way, so we're gonna pull all of this out. They're gonna dig this all up and haul it out of here, along with all of these old walls around here. All of those are coming out too. So right here, they've started today on the house, the exterior of the house. What's interesting is they're gonna do about, what they do is the excavator has a grappler. You can see here that it grabs the debris and then it puts it in a 40-yard dumpster. We're gonna fill up probably between 10 to 12 40-yard dumpsters with just house debris, you know, roof and windows and wood and stuff on the inside. All of the cement and concrete, they're gonna put, you can see here, in a separate pile. Because of the weight of that, we don't put that in the dumpster because the dumpster would be too heavy and they charge you by the pound. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna pile up all of that cement, all of that concrete, and then we're gonna use dump truck loads to haul all of that out. And we're probably anticipating about 25 loads of that. Remember, we've got all of the pool, we've got the retaining walls, we got the foundation, footings, all of that has to come out. So there's a lot more concrete and cement on this project than you would think. So then that's gonna get piled up, then they're gonna do about 25 loads of that with a dump truck loading, pulling all out of here. So what they do is they keep the dumpsters rolling. So typically what happens is you got one guy that's running dumpsters. He drops one for you while he's taking another one. While he's taking that one and dumping it at the dump site, he comes back, hopefully the other one's full, he swaps them, and the excavator just keeps going, as you can see here. Now, so let's back up here. We pull the permit, we get that demo permit. In order to get that demo permit, we have to do what's called retiring the utilities. So we have to cap them all off, right? We don't want to start tearing a house out and have active utilities. And utilities refer to gas, electric, and water. Okay, so the electric transformer is right here on the property line, and electric comes in right here. You can see this red mark. This is the paint that indicates where that line comes into the property, and it goes right up here onto the wall. You can see the electrical box here on the wall, and right here is yellow. That's the gas line. So the gas line follows kind of the same path, and it comes in. You can see it right here, and it comes all the way to here. There's the gas meter. So you can see they took the meter off. Right now, gas is capped right here. So you can see why that's a problem, because we're gonna be tearing this house down and we've got live gas all the way to here. So the gas company is gonna come out and they're gonna go cap it back at the road. That way our whole building envelope is safe, right? And then right here is electric. Electric's easy because they disconnect it at the transformer. So this line right now is dead, kind of all the way coming into here. So we don't have to worry about electric at all. And then water's on the other side. So let's go take a look at the water. So you can see right there is the water meter. So water comes in somewhere from the main road way up there. It comes down the property line, it comes all the way into right there, right where his excavator is. So he's trying to be real careful right now because that's live water to there. So, and then you can see the guy spraying. He's got to spray it as they work to make sure none of that debris gets up into the air. In this market, we have to do dust control. So you'll see here, there's a guy that's full-time here and he's just spraying water. He has to spray it on the debris during the demo. That keeps insulation and any of the material that would go into the air from coming out and getting on the neighbors. So he sprays that down. That's dust control. He also sprays down the dirt as we're stirring up everything around the property. So you got retiring your utilities. You cannot start your demo until you retire your utilities. So when you call to do a demo or you're looking into the demo, you really want to find out that process. We've had to wait sometimes a month or 2 months because we're on the schedule for the utility companies to come out and retire those utilities, so it delays our project. We're very fortunate because we closed on this property like a week ago. We've been waiting for our demo permit. We got that. Here we are. Okay, so right here on this part of the house, of this part of the property, you can see we've got these 2 cactus. Now, for now, we're gonna leave those. We're gonna work around them. Maybe we can utilize them when we build the house, maybe not, time will tell, but they're in really great shape, so we're gonna be really careful to try to save them. And in a lot of cases, when you're doing a demo on a vacant lot, you gotta kind of decide, what goes, what stays. There's another really big one right here. If you come over here, Adam, you can see it. So we're gonna try to save that one too. There's this big, beautiful cactus out here. But then that little skid loader is going around and scraping and clearing the lot too, all of the debris, all the brush and trees and everything. In some cases, you may have to do what's called a native plant survey, and they do an inventory. On my other project here in Fountain Hills, not that far from here, we actually had to spend $4,000 relocating what they called native plants, and we had to build a nursery and keep them on site, and it was pretty expensive and quite a process. So one other step that you might want to consider or need to check into is, are there any requirements from the city or the municipality regarding the existing trees and plants and shrubs and stuff on the lot, and how to handle that. Now the other thing is fencing. Technically we're supposed to have fencing. We're still going to do fencing, but it's not as big an issue here because we're back here, we're kind of tucked away. If we were like right on the road, like on some of our projects, fencing would be a much bigger deal because cars are coming by and we got, excavators and stuff all kind of right there. Since this lot is back in, tucked in away from the road, fencing is less of an issue. The city's not that concerned about it. In other words, they're not going to stop us from doing what we're doing, even though we'll still get our fencing out here because it is required, not just for the demo, but for the whole building project, is to have temporary fencing around the project. And that's just for safety, right? So you got your fencing, you got your retiring the utilities. You want to make sure that you've got everything ready to go with then actually starting to tear the house. So the excavator here, as you can see behind me, he's anticipating having this house down today, and one day have it down, but he'll probably be here all week working on all of the other stuff. The pool, the cement, the foundation, the footing, that's a little bit more work. They got to bust into it. They might have to get out the hammer bit and kind of break it up, and then they got to pile it, then load it into the dump truck and haul that all out of here. So today is, we're hoping in about a week timeline, about a week total, we'll have this lot pad ready. And then it's off to the fun stuff. We're going to start building in this project, we're going to build a 7,000 square foot home. And hopefully we're going to be around the 4 million, maybe high 3 million price point on this project. But again, why am I sharing this with you? This is intimidating for a lot of people, but it's really not that hard. It's not that difficult. You've got a couple things to follow, and you can tear down a house. By tearing down this house, we've removed what is very intimidating for a lot of people. We've made this lot now the value go way up because we're gonna create a pad-ready lot. In our case, we're gonna go ahead and continue in the investment and build a new house. But there could be a huge opportunity where you buy an existing lot with an old house on it in a very desirable area. There's more value in the land than in the house. Tear the house down, and then you got two options. Flip that lot now as a desirable, buildable lot to someone like me that does new construction flipping, or take it to the next step and you build a new house, sell it and flip it. We call that spec flipping. This is not custom building. That's not what I do. Primarily, that's not what we do. That is where you build a house for a customer and you build the house the way they want it. What we do is we spec build it, meaning we're gonna build it exactly how we think the market wants it. Turnkey, totally move in, finish to the nines, put it up for sale, find a buyer who doesn't wanna build and would rather just move right into a brand new house. And so that's the strategy. Our goal is to after we demo this house, is to build a new house, hopefully in about 6 months, maybe 8 months, depending on if we have any delays. We've gotten really good at this process because we've done it again and again and again for years. So we've got our design, we've got our plan, we've got our contractors, and we're gonna just hit the ground running on this thing. I'm gonna do lots more videos all through the process of building and flipping this house. So it's gonna be exciting. Make sure you join me on this journey of how we do this house. And I want you to be thinking about opportunities in your market where you can tear down old houses, increase the value of the lot, build and flip, or sell that now buildable lot to somebody else. It's an awesome way most people overlook to make money. Again, Jerry Norton here. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe with hundreds of videos on how to make money wholesaling and flipping real estate. This is the #1 channel on YouTube for all things flipping, and I'll see you on the next video.